Hello friends, welcome to the shed. How are you today? I'm great. I really am. I feel pretty good today. Tell me how you are in the comments below. This is a two-way conversation, I hope. So don't forget that. There's a comment section. You go down there and you tell me how your day was. I'm definitely interested. And then we have a chat. And you guys can chat with each other. That's also an option. We're a family, right? You know, so in that same vein, I have this friend who I used to call every single day, literally, because the way our schedules worked out, as I was going home, he was already home, or he had just gotten home. So I would call him and just pick it, whatever. This show is kind of like that phone call. It would be about hockey, it would be about video games, or board games, or card games, or whatever it was that I needed to talk about at that point in time. I would call him every day, and then we'd have this conversation. So this is the conversation that you and I are having right now. So please join in. Please. Converse. It doesn't have to be here on YouTube. If you're not, if you don't have a YouTube account, and so you can't interact that way, there's lots of other ways to get in touch with me. There's my Twitter and Instagram. There's my email. There's Facebook. I don't really use Facebook, but that's there. And Google Plus, I guess? But I guess if you have Google Plus, you have YouTube. Okay. Twitter and Instagram are the easy ones. Email is the other way. Chat with me there. That's fine. We're having this conversation. Mark and I don't have that conversation anymore just simply because our schedules changed, and then I was getting home before him, and so I didn't have that lull in my day where I could call him. Now you can't call people while you're driving in West Virginia back in, well, I mean, I could, anyway. So this becomes that. This has taken the place of that phone call. In a lot of ways, honestly. In more ways than just having a friend to talk to, because obviously I'm talking to a lens. There's a bright light in my face, there's a microphone here that I have to be cognizant of, and framing, and all that stuff, but I'm having the same conversations. I'm having that same type of conversations. And last night at game night, one of my friends there said, how do you come up with something to talk about every day? And it's funny, I never really thought about it. Like, some days I do. Some days I have to sit and really think about it. But other days it's just like that phone call. I'd say something the other day would trigger, I got to talk about this. And so I would hold that conversation for the evening phone call with my friend. So, and in that vein, I want to talk about friends and making friends. I told you I had a love letter a few weeks back to my gaming friends and told you all about how awesome they were. They are. They really are. And there's a benefit to being a gamer, and I mean that as any type of gamer. Gamers, whether it's video game, board game, card game, role-playing game, we all have the same sort of outcast. Sort of, we tend to all like pop culture, and so if we play games, then we tend to have this common bond. And making friends in the board game world is actually really easy. And I've told people that, like, if you move to a new city, the easiest way to make new friends is just to go to a card shop, go to a magic shop, go to a comic book shop, and you'll like immediately make friends. And that's very true. And we've had this conversation on the show. We had some new friends show up last night to game night, and I think they're going to come back. And we've gathered probably 2 or 3 new people over the last couple weeks. And there's something magical about having a scheduled session where people come in and sit down to socialize, whether it's just to play games because they are a competitive person, or whether it's just to unwind with some like-minded people. It's actually really great. And it seems like when you're young, making friends is like every day you have a new best friend, and this is my friend. And then as you grow, it becomes harder to make new friends. And especially once you become, I'm approaching 40, so I don't have a whole lot of. There's not a whole lot of social time when I could friends, and I've discovered that friends and work aren't something that could go together very well. I had a guy at the shop who I was pretty good friends with, and he moved, and we could have hung out, but we didn't because that's anyway. Making friends it's actually not that bad if you just let it happen. I think. I don't know what your experience is, and that's why I'm here, obviously, talking to you. Because I want you to tell me what your experience is with making friends. Have you maintained the relationships with the same friends over the years? For me, pretty much yes. There's like 4 or 5 friends that I've had for 15 or 20 years or 20, I don't know, a long time, that I've maintained a pretty healthy relationship with all of that time. There's also some pretty good friends that I've developed with just in the last few years that I maintain that relationship with. And then there's a lot of my online friends, like you guys, all my board gaming friends that I see at conventions. I have friends. I'm lucky. I want to hear your story, though. This is a two-way. Remember that. Comments are below. Go down there. Say something about your friends. Say something nice about your friends. Tomorrow's Friend Friday. Bring a friend to the show for Friend Friday. Tell me about them in the comments. Invite them to watch the show tomorrow. And we'll talk about it. That's going to be tomorrow's Friend Friday. Email me some stuff to show on the show. Pictures. If you have pictures of your friends, pictures of your friend groups, do that. We'll have a little friend drive tomorrow and see if we can get some new friends on the show. So thank you, as always, for showing up today. Thank you for making me a part of your day every day. I really do appreciate it. Please like and comment and subscribe and share this video with your friends. I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from scienceline.ucsb.edu. Are pandas considered bears? Scientists have used DNA to find out that the giant panda is more closely related to the other bears than to raccoons. Giant pandas are in the family Ursidae with 7 other bear species. Raccoons are in the family, I can't say that, along with ringtails and coatis. Somebody tell me how to pronounce the family Prosonidae? I can't say it. Somebody tell me how to say that.